take for you to complete your projects this year? Who has the first answer? Who has
A written down plan.
a written down plan? That's good. What is another thing? Who's got another answer?
A miracle.
A miracle? With them. That is an interesting answer. Anyone else?
Calendar.
Yes. I'm sorry?
Calendar.
A calendar. Anyone? Nicole?
Your resources. You need to understand and go over your resources, your books.
Resources, yes.
A cheerleader, somebody who's going to get really happy if I do it.
A cheerleader. Yes.
Consistency.
Consistency. I like that one too. Yes.
A stated goal told to someone else.
Accountability.
Accountability.
Accountability. He's working on it. Yes, Don?
A time plan, set time.
A set time to plan.
A mentor.
A mentor. All of those are good. Thank you for that. And as Chris is finishing up, let's give Chris a hand. All of those are great answers. And only one of them is the answer I want to talk to you about, the root problem that keeps you from completing your projects this year. And I'll tell you about the answer later. I wish you were with me about 2 years ago. It was January 2011, and I had just received my Competent Leadership Manual. Now, for you newbies, you're looking at this and say, that's the wrong book. Yes, it's 2 years old, but it has the same information, and as I pull this down, got it right that time, yes. As I looked at this book, I got so excited. I joined the club, I was ready for this book, and I started fanning through it. And all of a sudden I saw 10 projects, and behind it, all of these pages that were needed to finish this project. I was overwhelmed. I was intimidated, I was confused, and I didn't know where to turn. If I would have had someone who would have taken me by the hand, that would have finished the book, it would have made me feel so much more confident and enjoy the journey. My number one problem was that I didn't have a plan. And it was the number one thing that had kept me from completing my Competent Leadership Manual. So the number one thing I want to share with you that you need to complete any project, whether your Competent Leadership Manual or any project that you want to endeavor this year, is to develop a plan. I believe Nicole had mentioned that, and some others to that effect. Today I want to share with you 3 secrets to completing your Competent Leadership Manual or any project in 12 months or less. These are the secrets that I learned through my failures, and I'm going to share those with you. Secret number 1. Like Suzanne had said, to get a mentor. And Suzanne, could you pass those out for me as well? Thank you. Getting a mentor requires 3 benefits. Benefit number 1 is to help you develop a plan. You've heard the saying that if you fail to plan, get ready to plan to fail. And that goes so richly with going towards your goal. The next one is accountability. Accountability causes you to be responsible, and it causes you to be accountable to your own actions. I have a life coach, and she has helped me to be accountable to the things that I need to do in my life and also projects. And it helps you because you have to show up to be there because she's expecting you to be there, and likewise. The next thing is growth. growth is something that challenges the mentee. It helps you to move beyond your comfort zone because you're accountable and you're developing a plan. Another thing that you might want to think about is the benefit of having a mentor. You can find yourself in a crunch sometimes, and you can blame your mentor or not for not finishing the project. And we'll get to that in a minute. Can you go to the next one, and the next one, and the next one? There was something I wanted to show you. That one right there. To blame you can blame your mentor if you don't complete your project. And because of that, it's supposed to be funny, but it didn't work, but that's okay. Let's go to secret number 2. Secret number 2 is understanding the 10 projects and the 10 leadership skills. Each project has 3 parts. The first part is the introduction to the skill. It defines the character, the benefits, and the objectives. The next part of the project is the assignment. Your assignment has between 3 to 8 roles per project. The good news is you only fulfill 2 to 3 of the roles. And the roles that you're meeting to fulfill are the roles that you have each week here at GLN Toastmasters. The third part is the evaluation, and this was something that I did not know till later on, after I had fulfilled some of the roles. Once you have your role, for example, you're going to be the grammarian, you would look in your book for the project you're trying to succeed and look for the grammarian. In the book, there will be an evaluation part, and you would give that book to someone in the meeting. Look for someone that doesn't have a role and ask them to evaluate your role. They'll take the book, they'll fill it out, give you feedback, date it, and then return it back to you at the end of the meeting. Now, a useful feedback I got back in 2011 was from Julie Jones. Julie was my evaluator, and I was general evaluator. And she had some positive feedback, and she also had a little polish. One of the polishes that she stated was, you're holding your pen when you're talking, and it's a little distracting. Now, at that time, I didn't take polish as well as I do now. I thought I was well balanced, and I had a chip on both shoulders. But through that, I welcome the opportunity to listen to polish, because what does it do? It makes you better. It makes you a more confident speaker when you know what you're doing wrong. So Julie, I want to thank you for all the things that you have taught me in the years. You have been a great help to me. Thank you. The next thing that I would like to share with you is secret number 2, which is what we're talking about, the 10 projects and the leadership skills. But looking at the next slide is your project completion record. And as you look at it, it has 10 projects. See if I can get it down so you can see. There it is. You have 10 projects, and each one of them is required to have at least 2 to 3 roles. So the first column is your project. The second column is your roles, and you get to pick those. The next is the date that you completed the role, and then once you finish the project, you have me, your Vice President of Education, to sign off on it. So let's look at project number 1. Project number 1 is listening. And in that, you have a description. And I'm just going to read it real briefly. This is the description of the leadership. Listening. Listening is an important leadership skill. Through good listening, you can acquire information, identify and clarify issues,